Thank you for taking this moment to breathe and to listen to what can change your life forever. My name is Ragnar Zinikas, and I'm the founder of Starpreneur TV, How to Dominate the Decade talk show, World Women Conference, and the Words, the creator of Core Desk, the coach of the change makers, and co-author of the book From Zero to Success. My mission is to empower through education. So thank you very much for taking the time today by investing it in yourself and in your personal growth. And thank you for joining us. So today I have the honor to talk with Bukky Adesunloye. She's an entrepreneur, a business analyst, graphic designer, and a makeup artist. And she is currently also training as a counselor and specifically on relationships. And we want to focus today on those relationship topics that are quite crucial in the moments and under the circumstances that we are living today. But without further ado, I will give the microphone to Bukky, and she will tell us her story. Why is she doing what she's doing, and what is her purpose and passion in life? Bukky, welcome.
Thank you so much, Rigna, for having me on your show. I've watched most of your the previous one, and I would like to commend you that you're doing a good job. Really, you are doing an amazing job. So just more power to you, more power. Yeah, and I love the way you introduced me, which is good. But you missed out on something. There's a program that I just started. I'm a talk show host, and I just started it, and it's been so amazing. You understand? So I bring people on the show. They tell their story, and I'm like. They teach me so many things every day. So I'm really, really happy for that show, you know. So yeah. So back to your question, to tell you about my story. Who is Bukky? Well, I haven't really thought about that, but it's a good question. Like I said, Bukky is a very compassionate person, and I'm always willing to help others. You understand? I hate to see people go through pains or any forms of pain or trouble in life. Because the thing is, when I see people go through pain, I take it upon myself to just, want to help out in any way that I can. You understand? So, because I believe that my belief about life before was life should be perfect for each and every one. But like I said, when I started this show and with me growing older, I realized that life can never be perfect. So whatever life throws at you, you got to take it like you have a lemon in your hands and turn it into lemonade. That's is what life is about. So like you said, you've already said it. I'm a graphic designer. I'm a fashion, what is it called? A fashion designer. I make my own fashion and I model it to people. And I just started this, what is it called? Talk show. And it's been amazing. Like I said, I bring people who have gone through, I don't bring people who are coming on the show to just read about what to come and tell people about what they read. You understand? They come to the show to tell people about their life experiences and how they've been able to take the life experiences and, make themselves a better person. So, and like I said, I've learned so much, from having them on the show, from what they told me about, and I'm seeing life in a different perspective. So, which is really good for me. So as they're coming to pour out their problems to me, I'm learning. You understand? I'm learning. So it's been so amazing, really. It's been so amazing. So like I said, that is pretty much about me. I'm a wife. I'm a mother of two beautiful children. And yeah, so I just like I said, the older that I get, I realize that when life throws dirt at you, you don't sit down and be moping about. You got to get up and do something. You understand? I'm also in counseling training right now. You understand? I'm into relationship counseling. So that is just who Bukky is. So I hope that answers your question.
I'm curious why Bukky started with taking the training on counseling and becoming one. Like, did you see the need? Did you go through some experience? Like, what is the reason why for you, for example? Because it's not an easy training to take, and not only that, but the people that you need to work with is not it is a very difficult field to work with, because it will train you a lot in a sense of energy, of if you're very compassionate, and if you have a lot of empathy, it's a tough choice, let's say.
I know, and thank you for asking me that question. It's a tough field to be in, you understand? Because the thing is, I'm in counseling training right now, and sometimes I do get to work in an agency setting. And when I work in an agency setting, I have people who are counseled, who comes to me with their problem and everything like that. And when you hear what people are going through, you understand, if you don't take care of yourself, you're gonna experience burnout. You're gonna be like, how am I gonna take all these things? You understand? Well, the thing is, what really motivated me to go into counseling was because, like I said, I'm a very good listener. I like to listen to people. You understand? And before going into the counseling profession, when people talk to me, I'm always willing to render advice. You understand? But I noticed that in counseling, you don't render advice to people. You continue to be there for them, be the listening ear for them, be there for them, and don't interrupt them when they're talking, when they're telling you about their issues. You understand? So this is what I found out in counseling. But like I said, what really motivated me to go into counseling is because I have a lot of friends who are in their marriages. You understand? And when they go through issues, they usually come to me to seek help or something like that. And I usually listen to them and everything like that. And I notice that when I listen to them, when we try to figure out something together and they take it back home and work on it, is they just come back to me to tell me that, you know what we were talking about the other day, it has improved my relationship with my husband and something like that. So with me hearing that, I'm like, wow, I think I need to work on myself. This is a good this is a very constructive feedback that I'm getting from people, you understand? So that kind of motivated me. And also, I'm married right now, and also I realized that there's some mistake that I made in my marriage. You understand? If I'm to go back and make some changes, there's going to be a lot of changes that I need to make. You understand? So that all the changes that I think needs to be made, you understand, that is what really prompted me to be like, you know what, let me go into counseling. You understand? So when I go into counseling, when people come to me, we'll be able to figure things out on how to improve on their relationship, on how to make sure that they find the right person and get to know who they are first before getting into relationship. So that's just the motive behind me going into counseling training.
You almost answered my next question, as you said, exactly.
Really?
Like, you need to figure out who you are before entering the relationship. And my question was like, what is the secret source for a lasting relationship? I think that's pretty much summarize it. But let's say also regarding the maybe the aspects with. Obviously, whenever we start relationships, then we are always hopeful and never thinking that it might not work out, or otherwise we wouldn't enter it. Obviously, it's like starting a business and knowing that it's not going to work out. We're not going to start it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But what would you say in order, for example, just the other day we talked with someone, and I think a lot of people make that mistake that they try to sort of substitute the relationships. Like, if one didn't work out, then their ideal thinking about the relationship itself, they enter the next one with the same ideal. But let's say that ideal is not even communicated. So the other side has no idea what the ideal is, and there the problems are surfacing. But what would you say, like, really, what is the secret source of building a relationship which is besides yourself, in a sense, but what else? What do we need to pay attention to?
What was the question again?
What do you need to pay attention to when we are building up our relationship, whether it's just living together whether it's marriage, whether it's whatever type of relationship it is, how do we really make it work and lastingly?
Okay. To build a relationship, a strong relationship, first of all, we have to know that all relationships, right, they go through ups and downs. We have to know that first, you understand? And also, and they all take works. Relationship takes lots of works. You have to put in a lot of work into it, you understand? But when you're willing to commit, when you're willing to adapt to some changes, then definitely it's gonna work. So every relationship is very unique, and people come together for many different reasons. You understand? So to build a strong and lasting relationship, you have to maintain a meaningful emotional connection with each other. You understand? You have to make the other person feel loved and emotionally fulfilled. You understand? Because if there's no love, there's no way that the relationship can be stronger or be strong. You understand? So you have to make sure that the person, both of you feel love emotionally, and they feel love emotionally, and they are emotionally fulfilled. You understand? So, and there is a difference between being loved and also when you feel like you are loved. Do you know that there's a difference between those two? Okay. So I want you to know that. So when you feel love, right, it makes you to feel accepted, right? And it makes you feel valued when you feel love. You understand? So it makes you, it's just like truly, when you feel love, it just makes you to feel like you're valued. You understand? So that is one thing. You have to maintain emotional connection with each other. So another thing is you are not afraid of what is it called? Respectful disagreements. You understand? Some couple, they talk about things quietly, while others, they raise their voices. The key in strong relationship is not to be fearful of conflicts. You understand? So you have to communicate openly and honestly. So good communication is a key part of any relationship. So when both know when both know what they want from a relationship and feel comfortable expressing their needs and their needs, fears, and desire, then that can increase trust and strengthen the bond between the partners. And also, getting to know yourself is very, very important. Before you get into other relationships, you have to, let's say someone is in a relationship right now and things did not work out. You cannot just decide tomorrow that you know what, this did not work out, I gotta go into another relationship. You can't do that, because it's like you're taking the baggage from the previous marriage or from the previous relationship into the next one. So tell me how there will not be conflict. There's definitely going to be conflict. So when things happen, you understand, you have to do a self-reflection. Think, and be like, you know what happened? Where did things go wrong? Was it my fault? Was it his fault? And stuff like that. And when you figure that out, get to know who you are. You understand? Like I was trying to tell you about who I am. I told you I'm a very compassionate person and I like to listen to people. Get to know who Regna is. Get to know who Bukky is. You understand? What can Bukky tolerate? What can Bukky cannot tolerate? You understand? So once you get to know who you are, then you'll be able to to get into a relationship and and know what you can accept and know what you cannot accept. You understand? So that is just what I can say in regards to that. Yeah.
Well, let's talk about now when the things are starting to go wrong, and some relationships, they go very wrong, and for the victims, they're usually, as they say, their self-esteem and the belief system is worked so much on that they don't have anything left. So what would you say to the victim, and what are the really effect of the abuse on victim and also their children?
Abuse, that's a strong word. You understand? Domestic abuse is a very strong word. You see, it has a very bad effects or bad effects on people's life. You understand? Because there is a saying. This is one thing that I usually have in my mind. You understand? To be in a relationship with someone, you have to make sure that they feel valuable. You have to feel like you have to make them feel like they are worthy. You understand? But the first time you lay your hands on that person, you're trying to tell the person that you are not worthy, you're not valuable. You understand? So that person unconsciously they have that thinking in their mind, even though they're not saying it, but they have that thinking in their mind. So if it's a woman, because I don't know how religious you are, the Bible said that a man should love a woman and the woman should be submissive to their husband. You understand? So there's no way a man or a man will love a woman and the next thing is maybe because of what the lady says, you just want to, beat her or something like that. Once you do that, you understand? You have make sure you put her in the position whereby the respect that she's supposed to give to you, the respect will be out. It's going to be thrown outside of the window. You understand? So unconsciously, she's going to start behaving in a way that she herself, she will not even know that that's the way she's behaving. You understand? It's because why? You have diminished the worthiness in her. You have made her feel like she's not valuable. You understand? So domestic violence is very, very bad. And the effect that it can have on people is negative effect in the sense that it's going to make the person not feel valuable. It's going to make the person not feel that like they are not worthy. So it's going to have a lot of negative effects on them. You understand? It can even kill their self-esteem. You understand? So the thing is, they might have the zeal to do something. They might be have the strength or the power to do something, or maybe they have an idea. You understand? But when they are outside of the person who abused them, you understand? You will see them with so much zeal and so much power and energy, and they'll be like, you know what, I want to do this. But once they get in the presence of the person who abused them, all the zeal, all the power that they have will be suppressed. You understand? Because they have already, it's like they what is it called? The person that's taking the power that they have, the person that's taking everything that they have. So every time they see that person, they just feel like because of the negative thing that they already have, they are thinking that, you know what, I cannot do. Even when they know they can do something, they'll be like, I can't do this. I can't do this when they see that person. But when they're outside of the vicinity of that person, you will see them with so much zeal and so much power and everything. But once they are in the presence of that person, they will not be able to do much. And again, see, the way to prevent domestic violence is the first time. The first time it happened. Because once it happened the first time and you let it go on, to stop is going to be real hard. You understand? So once it happened the first time, even though you can't fight, but if it's just to say something, and maybe just tell the person straight up and just say, don't you ever try that to me again. You understand? You have to put on this bold face and everything like that and tell the person, don't you ever try it again with me. Once you do that, you understand? That means you gain that power. But if you keep quiet and don't do anything about it, they're just gonna continue. That means you've given them your power. You understand? I hope you understand what I'm saying. Right? Yeah. So you've given them the power to, take over you. You understand? So that's the first step. But when someone is let's say the person, the victim allowed the abuse to keep going on, you understand? And it's keep going on, you have to find a way. Let the person know. Communicate with the person that, you know what, you are hurting me. What you're doing is really destroying me from the inside. Let the person know. And if the person is not open to the discussion, or the person is not seeing what you're saying, you need to take a break. You need to let the person know, you know what, I have to, to gain my sanity, I have to keep a distance, just go somewhere, you understand? And go and, assess yourself, reflect on things and everything like that, and make sure that the person, the perpetrator, gets help before you can, go back to the relationship. Else is going to continue. And when domestic violence continue, and maybe there's children or something like that, it is going to affect the children as well. You understand? It might affect the children in maybe being violent in school as well. not listening to their teachers, or not maybe fighting all the time in school, and also not concentrating in their studies. You understand? So it's gonna affect them. It's gonna they at home, the children maybe at home, they would be like maybe like not talking a lot or something like that. But when they get outside with their friends and everything, you see them talking. So it kind of like, it just causes a lot of damages in the student's life, and also in the victim's life. So I hope that answered your question. It seems like it was really long, but I don't know if I was able to touch the question you asked me. Yeah.
So I think what maybe we should touch a little from the different point of view is also the communication between the parent and the child. And I think it takes a lot of courage, because I think again, usually when we see the cases, then the abuse starts long before it goes physical. It's mental. And I think the day that it goes physical, the victim is already in a state of mind that they truly believe that their self-worth, they're not worth of anything. And I think that's the main conflict. Whatever the let's say external advisors can say, but they are not they don't have the force to even say that it's not okay, because they have been going through all of that they say that maybe I deserve it. And I've had now 3 months of a lot of people coming to the interviews from both sides, being the victim and being also the counselors for those people. So there's certainly patterns where you see how when it really happens, how it involves, and when it's really the breakthrough point to the victim, that they know that, you know what, if I don't really escape now, the next time there's not going to be the next time. So yes, I everything that you mentioned in that sense is exactly the signs, how to start to see those things, the evaluation of yourself as well, like where I really am, and what do I want from this relationship. And it's one topic which has been discussed as well, is always like nobody from outside understands, like, why would you go back if he's doing this and that? But that's the thing, that sometimes the psychological part and the mental part and the mental illness which can grow with those situations, being under that stress all the time, is something that nobody from outside can really even understand or even think that way, that how to go through all of that. But I would like to see your point of view on the communication with children, and really maybe whoever is watching today, also for them to understand that how important that communication is, even if you are a victim as a woman or man in those situations, that you don't close down also with your children, because the children are so vulnerable, and they cannot go and ask for professional help. Reverse, you as an adult can do so. So what would you say about the parents' communication with children, and how important it is?
You see, communication with our children is very, very important. Even though we might be thinking that, oh, they're young, they don't know anything. You understand? But one thing that I realize is, when a woman is happy in the house, the whole house is happy. When the woman is happy, the children are happy. When the woman is not happy, there's no way the children can be happy. You understand? So when something like that is going on, you have to go to your children. Did you see what happened the other day? What do you think is going on in our relationship? What do you think is going on? What do you think is going on? What would you like to see happen? You understand? So you have to communicate with them. Sit down with them. If you have 3 or 4 children, communicates with them one-on-one, and also find a way to bring the whole, maybe like if you have 2 or 3 or 4, bring them all together. First of all, have a one-to-one communication with each and every one of them, and then bring them all together to find out their view. You understand? So communication, like I said, is very, very important. It's more like talking as well. You understand? Because when you talk, it's released a lot of things from your mind. You understand? At least you get to know their own view about what they feel about it. And strangely, or whatever way that I can call this, we think children don't know anything, but when the parents sit down to talk to them, you will be amazed at the amount of words that comes out of their mouth. You understand? So communication is very, very paramount. It's very, very important. You understand, between the parents and the children. Yeah, so because like I said, you're gonna hear a lot from them.
Agree, totally. So what would you say, what will the future bring to Bukky personally and professionally?
The future, the future, the future. You see, like I said, this talk show that I'm having, I'm really like, it's like a baby who is growing every day. You understand? So even though it's a new program, but I am growing every day. You understand? Because this is, even though when I work in the agency setting, I get to speak to a lot of couples and everything like that, but the people who comes on the show, they don't even come in regards to relationship. They come to come and talk about their personal experience. You understand? So, like I said, right now I'm growing. I'm learning new things from my girls, like that, from my guests that comes on the show. And every day, I must confess, it's like a learning experience for me every day. I learn new things. You understand? So, and in the process of learning the new things, I'm able to discover who I am. You understand? And I'm just so glad for this show. You understand? So, and I'm just so glad. So professionally, I'm trying to be the good listeners to my to my viewers. I mean, to my guests that comes on the show. So because I'm just like, someone have to be there to listen to others, you understand? Because the people want good listeners, not someone who will listen to their story and start telling other people or start judging them, or maybe they come to you with maybe what their husband did and or their wife did or something like that. And all you want to do is, and start saying, oh, your husband is a bad person. Oh, your wife is a bad person. So they don't want to hear that. You understand? They just want you to just be there for them and don't bother to give them advice. You understand? So they don't need advice. They just need the listening ears. You understand? So that is just, like I said, I'm learning and I'm learning every day. So the future right now is looking so bright for Bukky. You understand? It's looking so bright for me. And I'm so happy. I'm so, over the moon with the show. And I'm just so grateful for the people that comes on. Like I said, they don't come and start telling about what they read. They come to bring real life experiences. And like from there, I'm learning. So right now, the future is like so bright and it's shining so bright. Yeah. So I hope that answers your question though.
It does, but I would like to understand also, what is your function with Ladies of All International Nations, or with with Ladies of All Nations International?
Yeah.
So what do you do in that foundation organization?
That is a very a name that I really hold in very high esteem. You understand? Ladies of all nations, especially Dr. Caroline Makaka. She is an amazing woman. She's a wonderful woman. You understand? I just got to know her, and the amount of knowledge, the nuggets of wisdom that she passed on to me every day when we talk on the phone, it's been so amazing. It has really, really changed my life. And also what I do in that organization is sometimes I help them to design their flyers. You understand? Sometimes I coordinate when they're having a Zoom meeting. So like I said, we're just getting started because we are into a lot of things. You understand? So I'm working hand in hand with Dr. Caroline McCucker, and we are going to be the change. You understand? The change is coming, and it's coming pretty soon. So you just be ready for us. Yeah.
So what whoever you're watching, if you have any questions or you have any comments, you can leave them below the video. Once the video is premiered, we will definitely take care of them and will answer you. So please share your comments, your recommendations, your questions below the video. And again, thank you very much for taking the time today to listen to us. So, Bukky, what are your 3 recommendations how to dominate the decade?
Let me try to make sure that to dominate the decade, like you mean the word and everything like that. Yeah. Okay.
Meaning that whether it's to dominate the decade by having a perfect relationship, or dominate the decade on whatever you feel, on personal growth, or whatever you feel that your recommendations would really change someone's life.
My recommendation on changing the decade is we have to create awareness in the world. You understand? We have to create awareness. We have to get the word out there for people. You understand? And we have to make a great impact, because all of us here, we are here for something. We are here to make a great impact in the life of others. You understand? So, and we have to be ready to do that, to make a great impact in the world and make the world a better place. So that is just my recommendation. So whatever it is, whatever you find yourself doing, just make sure that you keep doing it. You understand? Keep doing it. You might think people are not watching, but they are. I tell you that people are watching. You understand? So just keep doing what you're doing, and let us all make the world a better place for each and every one of us.
Beautiful. And if people want to follow you, if people want to contact you, how can they do so?
I am on Facebook. I'm on Facebook. Actually, I have 2 accounts on Facebook. The first one is my personal page, which is Bukky Adesunloye. And the second one is my business page, which is Seek Creative Media. You understand, on Facebook. And also I'm on Instagram as well. And I think I only have my business account on Instagram, which is Seek Creative Media. At Instagram or something. Just type in Seek Creative Media and you find me there. On Facebook, type in Bukky Adesunloye. I'm there. On YouTube, go to YouTube, type in Bukky Adesunloye, or type in Time to Large and Talk, you will see all my videos there. So yeah, that's the best way to find me.
Beautiful. So if there is a message that you want people to take out of this interview, what do you want to tell them?
What I want to tell people is, do unto others what you would like them to do to you. You understand? And also, what you cannot take from others, don't dish it out to people. You understand? Also, anytime we go through, life is here to throw us lemons. You understand? And when life throws us lemon, don't sit down and be, sobbing about or be crying or something like that. Try to get out there and make something out of your life. Try to get out there and just be like, you know what? Even though I fall down, I'm still gonna get up. You understand? So get up. We are here to do something. We're here to make a great impact in the life of other people. Whatever we go through, any mess. Let me use the word mess. Anyway, any mess we experience in life, it is not just for us to. It's not a mess. It's a mess that is going to pass on as a message to other people. You understand? So our mess is our message. You understand? So whatever we go through is to help other people, to let people see that, you know what, there's a bright light at the end of the tunnel.
That's a great message. So thank you very much. Thank you very much for taking the time. It's already in afternoon in London, so thank you very much for joining me today. And also you that you are watching, thank you for taking the time. I hope you did make some notes, but more than just taking the notes, please also take action on them. Because by doing so, you can become the hero of your own life, by changing the life and having the life that you really, truly deserve. You can become the hero also in someone else's life. How? Share this video, because we never know when there's people that need to know or need to hear what we were discussing today. So become the hero of your own life and someone else's life. I will see you in our next episode. Thank you for joining us. And Bukky, I wish you all the best. I hope that you will grow tremendously with your talking platform as well. I know that it's really inspiring. It's really great effort that you do. So I want to congratulate you, and I'm sure that we will hear about you very soon. Thank you for joining me.
Amen. Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. I really have a good time. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay. Thank you.